大家好，我叫马秀杰，我的中文名字是 Mateo，我是半美国半委内瑞拉人，我是从伦敦来的。我现在在我学校没学中文，但是在以前我学了大概6年。现在我每一年来台北复习中文，我每一年来的是台北。I'm currently taking the group class at LTL, like the adult class, but I've been coming every year for the past 2 years. So 2 years ago and last year, I was taking just the summer camp program with group classes in the morning, and then more so of a cultural exchange kind of thing in the afternoons. This time, I'm studying for 2 weeks in Taipei. I've done the same length of time every year, and honestly, it feels too short every time. So, as the time of recording this, I have been here for around 10 days. So I'm leaving in 2 days to go back to London. Very sad. And it just feels like time has completely flown by. My Chinese is definitely improved. On top of just learning different kinds of vocabs and sentence structures, things that I would typically have done in school, stuff that I've been learning for quite a few years at this point, or at the time of starting this camp 2 years ago, stuff that I hadn't really come across in the past few years, just that more so classic Chinese learning experience. You do get that, but I'd say the biggest strength to this immersive education program is actually just being surrounded by the language and learning the way that more so locals speak. So one example of this is like learning, instead of 喝茶 to drink tea, you learn 品茶, which is more so to experience the tea. And it's something that people genuinely say. I really love my teachers. Every single year I come back to LTL and it's always a big, oh my god, where have you been with the teachers? It's always great to see them. Every single year I come back. I mean, this year I remember walking through the door and seeing April Lao Shi, I saw my very first year here 2 years ago, just giving her a big hug. It almost feels like you're just becoming part of the family when you come back every year. It's a really welcoming and heartwarming experience. And then the classes themselves, I've been in a few different classes at this point. The biggest one being around, I think, 6 people, and the smallest being just 2 on 1. So I've definitely had a bit of a few different experiences. The bigger classes, I'd say, ended up taking a bit more of a structured environment, which isn't to say that it was worse, but just a slightly different approach to the learning. Obviously, we do offer one-to-one courses here. So if you really do seek that one-to-one, less structured, more free environment that is available, but the more structured kind of larger class dynamic is also really helpful to learning. I cannot stress enough how nice it is just to have people around who actually know the city that you're in. Just for example, yesterday, I wanted to go eat this fried scallion pancake called Bing, and I didn't know where to get it around where we are right now. And I can ask my teachers, I can ask anyone else who's been here for longer than I have, and I'll get an answer, oh, there's a place down the road that opens at 4:30 that is really nice authentic Bing. It would have been really hard for me to research this myself, but just that student community and that staff community really helps out with people who have actually been here for years and people who know the city well. On top of that, having students here who are exploring the city at similar times as you, people who it's their first time here or it's their 10th time here and they've come every year for the past decade. It's just amazing to be able to come together with a bunch of different people and explore the city and go do things. I remember my first year we went to Da'an Park, Da'an Gongyuan, and we played basketball with some local Taiwanese high school students, and it was something I still remember to this day. I would recommend LTL for a multitude of reasons. I'd say, firstly, just because of the more so immersive language experience that you are getting with LTL, where it's different from just going to a camp at, I know there are some other ones in Taipei at like the NTU, National Taiwan University, and some other ones, but from what we've heard of those ones and talking to some staff members here and some locals in Taipei, those are very rigorous, learn 150 like different words of vocab by tomorrow. We're gonna have a test on them in the morning. This is not that. It definitely can be rigorous, it can be strenuous, but it's not that high stress. You need to learn this language by this day, you know, super high pressure. That's not what this is. This is fun. This is being able to grow into this language and developing good memories while you're learning it. And every character, every word you learn almost has a story behind it as you learn each and every one.